Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about inherited wealth and the hidden burden of owning land in Tokyo. The other day, I happened to exchange a few words with an elderly woman in my neighborhood. We only said, "It's hot today, isn't it?" Nothing more. But that ordinary greeting led me into a much larger story about land, family, and responsibility. The woman owns a local parking lot. Long ago, her family farmed that same land. They had lived there for generations before Tokyo's concrete neighborhood surrounded them. As the city expanded after the Second World War, fields became housing and parking spaces. Land that once produced vegetables could become worth tens or even hundreds of times more. When I was younger, I thought this system felt unfair. Why should the place where someone was born shape their entire financial future? I see it differently now. Those families worked and protected the land before people like me arrived. I came later. I am hardly in a position to complain. And landowners often live very differently from the image of effortless wealth. Many dress modestly and live frugally, because land costs money even when it simply sits there. There are maintenance costs, property taxes, and the much larger question of inheritance tax. In Japan, people sometimes say a family fortune disappears within 3 generations. An acquaintance of mine comes from a family that owns a large amount of land. The parents encouraged every child to become a doctor. Of course, the children earned their qualifications through their own hard work. But the parents also had a practical reason. Their children would need enough income to pay the tax and keep the land. From the outside, a landowning family of doctors sounds like the definition of success. But this family once operated a mid-size hospital, and changing times and family circumstances eventually forced it to close. Today, I am told, only one family member lives in the building. Imagine walking alone at night through the long corridors of an empty hospital. It feels like a scene from a film. Stories like this remind me that great wealth carries great responsibility. Some people may call that sour grapes, the fox insisting that the grapes must be sour because he cannot reach them. And perhaps there is some truth in that criticism. If someone offered me valuable land in Tokyo, I would happily accept it. So my point is not that wealth is undesirable, or that rich people have nothing worth envying. It is simply that wealthy people carry burdens of their own. Still, if I have to face problems either way, I would obviously rather face them with money than without it. Thank you for listening.